Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 SR diesel, 15 plate, and this is the facelift version. As you can clearly see, front end styling's just it's so nice. This treatment they've given it with the extra chrome, slightly more aggressive headlights, and the silver trim at the bottom. Fabulous looking car, and it's in lovely condition as well. Front of the car's really clean, just the odd tiny little stone chip, which is picked up in the 46,000 miles the car's done. But they are hard, you have to sort of look very hard to find anything. Coming down the near side first, it's very smooth in the panels. Front wing absolutely clean. Near side front alloy completely unmarked, and then the remaining panels here are lovely. Oh, by the way, the two front tyres are being changed tomorrow on the car. They were both advised on the last MOT, so we are attending to them first thing tomorrow morning. Rear alloy absolutely beautiful. I did see a tiny little dimple dent on that, you can just see it there. And I tried to pick up on anything, just a little mark that will just polish out. But the just a tiny little dimple dent, but and you would find something. Coming around the back of the car, again, the extra silver trim and chrome at the top there. Really sort of subtle, but just adds a whole new dimension to the look of the car. Again, all very clean. Offside, driver's side here, again, lovely and clean on the panels. Alloys again, absolutely beautiful, hardly a mark if anything on them at all. And the remaining panels again, absolutely beautiful. I apologise, it's a lovely sunny day, but that's actually not very good for doing videos. And then final alloy, as I said, absolutely lovely there, but really fabulous looking car, and it genuinely is in lovely condition as well. Coming to the boot area, it's absolutely huge back here, and it is in extraordinary condition. There's hardly a mark anywhere in the back here. Normally in the back you normally expect to see a few little scuffs, but it's been kept wonderfully well. Coming to the rear compartments with passengers, huge amount of rear leg room on the CR-Vs, and this has it's got this lovely half leather interior which has been kept beautifully in the back here. On the front passenger's side, footwell area is lovely and clean, full set of original Honda mats in the car, and front passenger seat being given minimal use. Front door card again absolutely beautiful, even all the little recesses. Again, footwell area is lovely and clean, and driver's seat and bolsters all extremely clean. So sat inside the car now, engine's running through this section, so the dashboard can be seen actually illuminated. It looks pretty much as new in here. Sat nav, you can see they're working perfectly. Put the car into reverse for you. You can see that lovely clear gridded parking camera. But it is fabulously clean. Just to come across the 46,574 miles. Steering wheel pretty much looks and feels as new in hand as well. Video is often the case, doesn't really do justice to the interior of the car. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack is here with the car, as is very importantly the locking wheel nut key. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V, and it's the 1.6 diesel SR version. This particular car is registered KU15YSZ, and mileage at the start of the road test is 46,569 miles. The reason we do them is basically so that anyone that's looking at this car and an advert online actually gets to see that car in operation. We're aware that people travel far afield, come from far afield rather, to come see our cars, all over Europe in fact. So the least we can do is go to the time and effort to do this, because we know just how frustrating it can be to see a car that looks good in an advert, only to get there to find out as soon as you drive it, it's got a fault with it which you clearly should have been told about, so hence that's why we do it. The road test is also done on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises, the theory being that it should be representative of what you'll feel yourself if offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, it's been beautifully maintained. All the servicing up to the one we've literally just done has been done by the Honda main dealers, and it feels like it because the car drives absolutely perfectly. It's very tight and taut to drive. The engine starts absolutely instantly, of course. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all, so I'm just going to leave my keys because they're rattling away inside there. No warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, actually. Temperature gauge running at a 3rd, and it's been running for quite some time now, so it's up to full operating temperature, and that's exactly where it should be on a Honda car. The engines themselves are absolutely beautiful units. You know, if you've got any sort of misconceptions about or preconceptions about 1.6 not being man enough, soon is dispelled as soon as you drive it, because it's actually got more urgency on initial throttle than the 2.2s, in all honesty. It's a wonderful unit, very smooth, nice and quiet, and delivers extraordinary fuel economy if driven quite normally. You don't have to sort of nurse it the whole time to do that. But wonderful unit. Cam chain driven, of course, no cam belts on these, so nothing to worry about in that respect. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car is absolutely perfect, smooth, positive in actuation. Bike point is exactly where it should be on the car as well. The gearbox, I've said it before and I'll say it again about these CR-Vs, this is a gearbox that would happily sit in one of Honda's more sporty cars. It's got a wonderful quality of gear shift, short and throw, really positive, lovely feel to the synchromesh as you engage the gears. It really is an absolutely class act, and I can't feel anywhere in that gearbox at all in the linkage. It's absolutely as it should be, as so it should with such a low mileage. Steering of the car, again, real strong points on these CR-Vs, really accurate, nicely weighted, very precise, suits the car absolutely perfectly. Really nice power steering system. It makes the car feel nice and secure and solid on the road. It sort of imparts that feeling. Again, can't feel anywhere in it at all. Just it tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at all at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Chassis of the car, Honda know this market very well, with the CR-V being the best-selling SUV in the world, so they clearly know what they're on about. And what it gives you is a very comfortable ride, but with excellent body control through the corners, so you don't get that awful lurching that some cars of this type tend to exhibit. You know, high centre of gravity seems to be an excuse for things to sort of loll up about, but this feels really controlled and it kind of flows through the corners. You know, clearly not a sports car, but for what it's designed to do, it's the perfect compromise. What I'm looking for also on road test is just basically also if there's any kind of knocking noises coming up through the chassis, there shouldn't be there. So when you hit a bump, there shouldn't be kind of any kind of secondary chatterings or knockings at all, and there is nothing on this car. It's exactly as it should be. Brakes on the car, just get around the corner here a little bit and give it a bit of a shove. It's a really nice brake pedal on the car. Again, what I'm looking for simply is basically no vibrations or pulsing from the brake pedal when you hit the pedal, and also that the car pulls up nice and straight, doesn't veer sort of violently left or right when the brakes are applied, and it's absolutely fine in all respects. Looking around inside the car, it's just in astonishingly clean condition. Lovely car, beautifully made. Great dashboard. It's very highly equipped, but it doesn't swamp you with loads of stuff to get sort of lost in. A couple of days in a CR-V and you've pretty much mastered it. It's a lovely environment to sit. Really good visibility, brilliant driving position. Everything falls very sort of readily to hand. And what does fall to hand is switch gear, which is probably of the very highest quality. You just touch a button, it's got a beautifully damped feel to it. And we've got one in stock at the moment of over 100,000 miles, and the switch gear feels exactly the same as this. It's got that, you know, so it just the longevity and build of it is absolutely brilliant. Air conditioning, by the way, is pumping out absolutely ice cold air. It's quite a warm day today, and it is dual zone, so you have different temperatures side to side. Obviously, you can see the temperature, the sat nav rather, working as it intends there. High up display, really nicely designed, so you've got lots of information up there where you don't have to take your eyes off the road. And when you adjust things like the temperature and radio, the display then comes up there as well. You don't have to look down to take that information in. Dashboard directly in front, lovely, clear, legible, everything working exactly as it should. You know, auto lights, auto wipers, cruise control, all the functions working exactly as Honda intended. And again, everything you activate has that sort of beautifully engineered feel to it. As I said at the start of the video, the point of it simply is just to show the car in operation, but to feedback anything that throws up on the road test as an issue. But there's nothing at all on the car. It drives absolutely beautifully, as they always tend to do. They are fantastic cars. You can see why they're as popular as they are. So it's just the parking sensors picking up on the hedge there. Because it's just a, it's got everything you'd expect from a Honda. It's reliable, it's well built, but it just happens to be lovely to drive as well. So you can see why it is so popular worldwide. Having said that, if you've got any questions about the car, don't hesitate, please do give us a call.